Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new lesson and I'm going to talk to you about 5 boring and overused words in English, like yes, no, sorry, thank you, and okay. These words which I mentioned are the words we always use all the time in our daily English conversation, and I am going to give you some more advanced alternatives that you can use on a daily basis instead of using those words again and again. So here the alternatives that I'm going to give you is perfect for you, like if you don't want to repeat yourself over and over again using those 5 mentioned words. Okay, let's get started with the lesson. Okay, let's start with the first word, that is yes. In English, we have lots of alternatives with this word, but learners of English often find themselves just using the word yes instead of alternatives. So the first alternative that can be used instead of yes is yep. Yep, yep, YEP. This is usually used in a common, this is usually used in a spoken English, and it is quite informal. When you are talking with your friends casually or something, at those times we can use this word yep instead of yes again and again, and it is a non-standard spelling of yes. And this alternative of yes is especially used in a casual conversation, like I mentioned before. And the next alternative we have is yep. Yep. Yep is an American pronunciation. YEP, yep, is British. Mostly I go with yep, I don't know. Are you home? Yep. So YUP, yep, is an American pronunciation, and this is also a spoken word, spoken English, rather than a written word. And it is an alternative which represents the American pronunciation. Yes. And next we have is yeah. Yeah, normally used in spoken English, and it is just a casual way of saying yes. Yeah, casual way of saying yes. Yeah is more common than yes among the native English speakers. So we frequently come across the native English speakers saying or responding with yeah instead of yes. And next alternative for the word yes we have here is certainly. Certainly. This alternative is slightly more formal and is used to respond usually to a request. When someone or somebody makes a request to you and you don't want to use the word yes, in that case you can be formal with the use of this word certainly. Can you please help me out with this and that? Certainly. Okay. And the 6th alternative we have is sure. Sure. This is also an American way of saying certainly, like that of yep instead of yeah. So we have learned the different ways or alternative way of saying yes. I would like to give you some example here. Do you like puppies? Instead of saying yes, you can say I do. Will you have a puppy soon? Instead of saying yes, you can say I will. And the 3rd question, have you bought any puppy toy? Instead of saying yes again, you can say I have. So those are the alternatives which you can use in daily conversation instead of repeating yourself with the use of the word yes. Okay, moving on. The next boring and overused word in English we have is no. No. In the yes section, I mentioned yep and yep So likewise, we have that informal variance of no as well. The first alternative of no is the frequently words which I use. Nope. Nope. Did you wash your face? Nope. And the second alternative is nah. 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 Definitely not formal. This is very informal, and it is used to express a bit of disgust. Do you want to eat that for lunch? Nah. So it's very informal, and it is used mostly when you want to express disgust. And the third alternative for no we have is no way. Are you going with him? No way. So no way is very forceful. And the fourth way of saying, the fourth alternative of saying no is sorry. Sorry. Sorry is perfectly fine alternative for no. And the next alternative which can be used in daily conversation is not likely. Are you visiting me or are you coming tonight? Not likely. I may not be coming. No, instead of saying no, not likely. And next we have is absolutely not or certainly not. This is a very forceful way of saying no. If I say absolutely not or certainly not, it means in no way I'll be saying yes. Okay, moving on to the seventh alternative which can be used instead of repeating no is unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. This word or this alternative is used in an apologetic way of saying no. When you don't want to be forceful and when you don't want to seem very rude, you apologetically say no by using the alternative. Alternatively, unfortunately not. To ear-raising men, yeah. Okay, the last alternative which can be used instead of no in daily basis conversation is I'll pass, I'll pass, I'll pass, pass. You are using this word when you want to decline an offer. When you don't want to accept an offer, you say instead of no, I'll pass. That means you're not accepting it. Okay, moving on to the third word. The third word we have is sorry. Sorry. So when we keep on repeatedly using the word sorry, the listener can kind of like feeling offended or get bored of it. So here we are going to see the alternatives which can be used instead of saying sorry again and again. So the first alternative I put up is I didn't mean it or I didn't mean it too. Very apologetically saying sorry, I didn't mean it or I didn't mean it too. I didn't mean to. And the second alternative is it was wrong of me. It was wrong of me. And the third one is I was wrong too. I was wrong too. I was wrong too. And next we have I should never have. You're feeling regretful. You want to show the person that you are feeling very regretful. So in an alternative way, you're saying sorry by using the words I should never have. And the fifth and the last alternative I have in the list is my bad. This is an American version of saying sorry. My bad. The British people, in British English, there is no word which is my bad, but in American English, very commonly used. And the next word we have is thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you can also become very boring when it is repeated again and again, one time after another. So when someone did something excellently good for you, instead of just saying thank you, you can say you are a star. You are a star. You are appreciating someone and you are thanking that person as well. So you are a star. And the next one is, you are an absolute star. You're an absolute star. Way better than the first one again. And the third one is, you're a lifesaver. In a very bad condition or situation, say someone helped you out, in that situation, instead of saying thank you, you can say you're a lifesaver. And the person whom you are saying to will be very much happy and appreciate your like acknowledgement of his good work in a way. And the fourth way of saying thank you is, I don't know what I'd do without you. When someone do something like impossible for you, instead of simply saying thank you, what would I do without you? As I don't know what I'd do without you. So good to hear it. And the last one is, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So we can start cultivating the uses of this kind of alternatives instead of repeating one word again and again. So those are the formal way of saying thank you, and there are some informal ways of saying thank you as well. So the first one is cheers. Very British. So I have one very funny story regarding these cheers. You know, when I was working in the non-governmental organization, one of my project manager narrated a very funny incident, real funny incident regarding these cheers. Whenever I remember, I still find it very funny and laugh out. Cheers. Instead of saying thank you, cheers, so that you are happy. And the second informal alternative is, you should have. You should have. When someone does something for you above and beyond, when someone is doing something good, exceedingly good, and informally saying thank you, you say, you should have. And next, and the last one is, that's fab. That's fab. Fab means fabulous. That's fab. Okay, the last boring word we have is okay. Okay, okay. I love saying okay like anything. So the first alternative of saying okay is okay dokie, okay dokie. But we don't use it. We're just okay with okay. Me, when I say okay, I mostly use the spelling O-K-H-A-Y. I don't know who invented it. Okay. Okay. And the next one is alright. Alright. The third one is very well. Very well. Very well. This very well very well implies a little bit of displeasure when you are not very much satisfied. You say, instead of saying okay, you say very well. So don't let people say very well to you, okay? They are not pleased with you. And the last one is fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, that's all for today, and I hope it will be helpful. You know, thank you for being with me and learning with me, as I'm also in a learning process. By learning together, I think we can gain more of the confidence, and we will be able to understand more. So please always be with me, and in the next video I'll try coming up with another informative video related to English. Till then, stay safe and bye bye.